We all remember that one moment in the Buu Saga. Goku tosses the Potara earring to Gohan, and it's the one shot that could have changed everything. But Gohan ends up fumbling it. He just lets it drop and loses it. And because of that, Buu absorbs him, and the rest is history. But what if he didn't miss his shot? What if he caught that earring, put it on, and fused with Goku into a warrior we never actually saw? In this timeline, Vegito doesn't happen. Instead, the universe gets introduced to a new, never-before-seen warrior, Gokhan, the ultimate father and son fusion. And to be honest, I think Gokhan would even be stronger than Vegito. Let's break down why I think this is the case. Vegito's power comes from a lot of things, including the rival boost from Goku and Vegeta's insane history. But let's be real, at this point, Gohan is way stronger than Vegeta. He just got his full potential unlocked by Elder Kai, and he was confirmed to be the strongest unfused character in the whole series. Sure, Gokhan wouldn't get that rival boost, but I think he would get something even better, a father and son boost. The Potara earrings multiply their full power, and if you're multiplying Super Saiyan 3 Goku with Ultimate Gohan's potential, you're getting a fighter that just blows past Vegito in raw power. Since Gohan ended up catching the Potara and fusing with Goku, there wouldn't be any need for Vegeta to come back temporarily and help Goku out with fusion. So he would be watching the battle between Gokhan and Buu unfold from Otherworld. Gokhan doesn't just match Buu, he absolutely dismantles him. The second Gokhan is born, Buu's eyes widen in shock. He's not just outmatched, he's hopelessly outmatched. Gokhan admires his strength and charges forward at Buu, wiping the floor with him. Every single strike from Gokhan is precise and powerful. You've got Goku's battle smarts mixed with Gohan's adaptability and an insane amount of raw power. Buu here takes an even worse beating than his counterpart Buuhan in the original story, since he was weaker, of course, and he's dealing with a stronger fusion in this case. Gokhan would definitely play with Buu, just like Vegito did, flexing on him and showing off the power gap, mainly due to the fact that the Gohan side in him is still cocky at this point in time. And I still think Gokhan would intentionally allow himself to be absorbed by Buu for the exact same reason Vegito did originally. Gokhan's intellect would know that that's the only way to save everyone else from inside. So inside Buu, Gokhan gets to work, freeing Goten, Trunks, Piccolo, and even Good Buu, who are all trapped in there. But here's where things get interesting, and where the new info from Dragon Ball Daima comes in. We now know that the bad air inside Buu can force a Potara diffusion, as we saw in Daima when Shin and Kibito explained that they used the bad air from Buu to diffuse. And that's exactly what happens here. Gokhan splits back into Goku and Gohan. And once all the captives are freed, Super Buu destabilizes and reverts back into his purest original form, Kid Buu. In the original story, this was the scariest moment because Kid Buu's first instinct was to blow up the earth. But the difference here is, since Gohan wasn't absorbed by Buu earlier on, Gohan is still conscious and at full power, which means he's up and ready to defend Earth from Kid Buu. Remember, Ultimate Gohan was toying with Super Buu before the absorptions even took place. I believe Kid Buu is way weaker than Super Buu because he does not have anyone absorbed to empower him. Gohan, in his alternate form, blitzes him before he can even think about destroying the planet. He lands some attacks on Kid Buu, humiliating him. As he continues displaying his utter dominance, Gohan almost becomes cocky again. But this time, Goku, watching on the sidelines, shouts at Gohan to finish the battle. Gohan then charges a full power Kamehameha, with Kid Buu desperately trying to defend with his last-ditch attack. As the two engage in a beam clash, Gohan's beam then overpowers Kid Buu's, and just for good measure, Goku jumps into Super Saiyan 3 and fires his own beam on top of Gohan's, leading to a father-son Kamehameha which destroys Kid Buu completely, leaving no trace. With Buu finally taken care of, Vegeta and everyone else gets wished back with the Namekian Dragon Balls. The Z-Fighters get their happy ending. Gohan goes back to his studies. Goku and Vegeta continue training on, with Vegeta acknowledging Goku as the superior warrior. Next up, we have Dragon Ball Daima, but I'm going to say that the events of Dragon Ball Daima happened the exact same way. The whole de-aging thing, the trip to the Demon Realm, all the battles, and the final showdown with Goma. I don't really see anything that's gonna change drastically here. Gohan still isn't super involved because he's busy being a scholar, and Goku and his allies still manage to defeat Goma and save the Demon Realm without him like normal. But after the events of Daima, we hit the 3-year time skip leading to the Battle of Gods, and in that time something is bugging Goku. He keeps thinking about the feeling he had when he fused with Gohan. He remembers that overwhelming raw power, but more importantly, he remembers that Gohan was the powerhouse of that fusion. When he looks back at the battle with Goma, he thinks about what kind of impact Gohan could have had in that battle. He thinks that if Gohan was there in the Demon Realm, he could have been a total game changer. So, with this new thought burning in his mind, Goku decides to do something he hasn't done in a while. He goes to see his son. Of course, Chi-Chi isn't thrilled about this. She reminds him that Gohan still has a career and responsibilities. But after a little bit of that classic Goku charm and stubbornness, she reluctantly agrees to let Gohan spar with him. Goku immediately goes all out, powering up to his Super Saiyan 3 form, his golden aura flares shaking the ground. Gohan responds by going into his ultimate form, radiating that calm yet overwhelming power. At first, Goku's speed and aggression push Gohan back, but Gohan adapts fast, landing precise and powerful counters. Goku notices something though. Gohan is still a little rusty. His reflexes aren't as sharp as they were back in the Buu Saga, but the hidden fire is still there. And in the end, after a hard-fought battle, Gohan manages to pull off the win. After their fight, Goku gets serious. He tells Gohan that he's too focused on his studies. He has the power to protect everyone, but if he doesn't use it, it's gonna fade eventually. This conversation is the spark. It plants the seed in Gohan's mind that finally takes root. Over the next years leading up to Battle of Gods, Goku becomes a consistent part of Gohan's life, helping him train enough to maintain his edge and even get a little stronger. The result is that Gohan finds something he never had in the original story at this time, a true work-life balance. He's still the brilliant scholar Chi-Chi wants him to be, but he's also the powerful warrior Goku knows he can be. And when those 4 years are up, Gohan isn't rusty. He's primed and ready for whatever comes next. Meanwhile, far out in the universe, a god of destruction awakens from his decades-long slumber. He remembers a prophecy, a dream of a mighty warrior. But in this timeline, His dream isn't just about Goku, it's about someone else as well. With Gohan at full power and years of consistent training behind him, the arrival of Beerus is gonna go very differently, and that sets the stage for Battle of Gods. But this time, how will things play out? What happens when Beerus arrives? Does Goku even need Super Saiyan God? Or does Gohan get it instead? We'll find all that out in part 2. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my future content. That's it from me, and thank you guys for watching.